Why do some women treat men that they are in relationships with like children? That's a very good question, and it goes deep into the role of psychology and relationships. First, one has to understand what makes women tick. Now, one might ask me, well, how do you know what makes women tick? You sound like a male. I am a male, and that is true. I'm not a female, but I have spent so many years observing female behavior, and I have listened to theories that explain female behavior, and in my opinion, people are free to disagree, but in my opinion, the traditional way of viewing masculine and feminine relationships makes the most sense. So, what women want in a partner consists of a few different things. And I've seen this over and over again. They want a masculine male, a male that looks masculine. Typically, taller males do better, more muscular males. They have a nice face, a masculine-looking face, jawline, facial hair, those types of things from a physical standpoint. Not saying that if you're not tall, you can't get a woman to like you, but it does certainly help and give a huge advantage. But women also like certain personality or skill level type issues from males. Like they could have a lot of friends. They have garnered the respect of their friends. They have power. Other women like them. One way for women to see who is a valuable male is to see what if certain women like him. He's able to financially make money or has the potential to make money. He conducts himself in a masculine way. He's confident, he's assertive, he works hard, he gets the job done. Those are things that women really like in a partner. And those are the things really that are, frankly, the most important. And perhaps in a different audio, I could explain more why that is. But for sake of this audio, I'm going to stick to that. So when a woman is attracted to a male, and they're attracted to males when in their younger years, it's about genes and about reproduction and all of those types of things. When they get older, it starts becoming a little bit more about security. But let's say, for instance, there's a young woman. What is she looking for? She's looking for those things that I just said. She's not verbalizing those things per se, but that's what works over and over and over again. Now, the reality is in life, not every male is going to be that male I just described, that basically has it all. And those are the men that are most valuable, and those are the men that the women will chase after. And sometimes even, I hate to say it, share him. But most men fall lower than that. They might have some degrees of masculinity or earning potential, power, or status, but it's lower than that. And so sometimes women will have to settle for a man that isn't quite that dominant male I just described. Doesn't mean he's not a good man or a powerful man or he can't provide or give a woman a good life. He can, but he's just not as powerful as that other male. And there comes a point where it gets a little bit less and less and less and less in terms of those attributes I described, where women have to make a decision on whether they stay with or pick a man if he has enough value, enough of a polarity between masculine and feminine for them to justify being with him. Now, on the flip side, men have their own issues on how they pick women. I don't have time to go over that today. However, there's this polarity being played out, this yin and this yang. Men and women are different. But when a woman feels like the man is greater than herself, and he can take care of her in every way, she trusts his judgment. She believes that she got a great deal on the man. She feels he is superior to her. She's going to respect him. She's going to submit to him. And she's going to be very, very happy, especially if he treats her well. Now, if a woman feels like she is on par or perhaps even superior to the man that she's with, she's going to be resentful. And she is going, when a woman feels like she is above a man in terms of rank, because women are so good at being able to relate to small children. Women are the best at that. And when the children get a little bit older, about puberty age, men start being able to take care of them and meet more of a mark in terms of helping them to develop. But in primary ages, women are the best. So she's going to default back to that. When she is a superior, she is going to treat the man like a child. But it's going to have a twist to it because he's supposed to be her partner. And he's supposed to be giving all of these things to her to make her feel comfortable to submit. But he's not doing that. And so she's going to treat him like a child. Now, I have to say that some women are so traumatized in their past and in their life where they will not submit to a man. They just, even if it was a man that I described earlier, that he was clicking on every level, she still would not submit to him because she cannot give up control. And that can be sometimes a problem in relationships too, where a woman is not willing to give up control and submit to a man. But on the other hand, sometimes men are not stepping up to the plate, or perhaps they are giving their best, but it's just not sufficient to make a woman feel submissive to him. So when you're thinking about how to solve this problem, and really, if a woman is nitpicking at a man over chores or this or that, it typically isn't the chores. It's the fact that she doesn't respect him. She thinks of him as an inferior or as an equal. If she did feel that he was a superior, she likely wouldn't be getting at him with that particular thing. They would be having a great sex life. The great equalizer in terms of masculine and feminine relationships is sex. There's really, in my view, no way a woman can't feel feminine and a man can't feel masculine after sex. And a lot of times when men and women, the polarity is not as strong, they're not having sex because there's just not enough of a polarity to make it happen. So the woman is going to start nitpicking at the man. The man is going to start avoiding because he either doesn't want to step up to the plate or he doesn't have the energy to step up to the plate, and it becomes very difficult. So in closing, it's really a matter of the woman feeling comfortable giving up control and submitting to the man. But if she doesn't feel safe enough to do that, then the man needs to step up to the plate and do those masculine things that I just described in order for her to feel more safe to submit to him. And their relationship, as I have seen countless times over my lifetime, will improve.